Tom Smith. Mike Switoe up on lane 2 after that spare conversion. He's looking like he's a little lost.
Well, it's just the first couple shots. He's got to find, it's a lot of oil out there. And he's got to get, oh, there he goes. Nice ball.
You got that nice mixing pin action there by Mike Switoe, and he takes 20 pins into that first frame. Now up next, Russ Dagelman. Russ struck on the left-hand lane. Looks like he's right in there. Try doing this by yourself.
Here's the top seed up here, Doug Miller.
Russ Dagelman up on the right side. Looks like he might have pulled it. No, it's right there, right in the pocket. A solid strike for Russ Dagelman, and the fans here at Thunderbird Lanes go crazy. Good crowd on hand. Yeah, right. Dagelman now with the double, taking it right to Mike Switoe. Is he not, Tom?
He's a pressure bowler. He knows what he has to do.
Russ is from that old school. You don't need to crank the ball. You just kind of let it out there and let it drive right into the hole.
Consistent. He knows. He just plays pretty much a straight ball.
The third shot by Dagelman, it's a little high. Ooh, he almost got a tremendous break there, Tom, but he left the 6-pin on the left lane. Quite an easy spare.
Oh, yes. It's for the pros, it's about 2-to-1 odds.
All right. Now Russ up for his second shot to convert the easy 6-pin. And if it hooks back in, a nice shot by Russ Dagelman. So through 3 frames, Russ has a slim lead over Mike Switoe. Now Mike up on the right side, lane 2 here at Thunderbird Lanes. Mike with that ball that likes to loft the damn thing out there. Mike taking a little extra time at the line. Look at that release. If that ball comes back, it's a good shot. Ooh, and he couldn't quite trip the 10-pin, I believe. A little weak. As is his broadcaster. Switoe now up for the conversion, the 10-pin on the right side. And he's got it. Mike Switoe with a strike, spare, and another strike. We're here at Thunderbird Lanes for the first annual Sandbag tournament run by Bob Smith this year. Nice fellow Bob Smith is. Good tournament. Nice crowd. Over on lane 6, we have the tournament leader warming up. That's Doug Miller. And now Mike Switoe up on the left side, trying to cut into the Russ Dagelman lead. The ball seems to be sliding a little bit, and he leaves a washout. He leaves the 210. Mike kind of clapping a little bit. He's not really happy about that shot. There's Mike now on that conversion, trying if he can slide it. Ooh, just right to the left side. He couldn't pick it up. It was a good try by Mike Switoe. That left the door wide open now for Russ Dagelman. If he can jump on it now, he's been known to jump on other things. Or can he jump on it? Dagelman taking his time. Not looking very anxious. It looks like it's going to be a little high. He didn't like that ball at all, and he pulled it. Got a good break, leaving the 6-pin. Dagelman, a fine 200 average bowler in the Sunday Men's Doubles League. His partner Tom Vielander, of course, was too bad. Could not make the tournament. Now Dagelman up for the conversion shot. And he's right on it. So Russ Dagelman is clean through the first 4 frames of the Sandbag tournament at Thunderbird Lanes. Christ. There's Russ up there now. 4 straight frames without a miss. And it looks like a good ball. If he gets the carry, he gets the mix. Nice shot by Russ Dagelman. Stegelman now off to a convincing lead. 92 to Mike Swaitoi's 66. We're in the fifth frame. Mike coming off a open frame just a minute ago. He didn't like that ball. It kind of stuck on his finger, and he's saying he can't get the thumb hole out. So he leaves the 2-7 baby split on the left side. For the pros, quite an easy shot. There's Swaitoi on the conversion. It needs to slide it. Good shot by Mike Swaitoi. A nice conversion. Keeps him quite alive in this tournament.
Up at the line, Mike Swaitoi. A terrific down and in ball by Mike. Mike very seldom misses the pocket. That one's out. That looks good. Little Brooklyn. He leaves us 10 under Brooklyn. Mike Swaitoi. My estimation, one of the best bowlers in the house. Covering from left to right. And it's there. Perfect shot by Mike Swaitoi. Now, coming up on alley 2, Russ Dingelman. Russ, fine in 5 frames. He's up at the line. Russ takes a good approach. Square at the line. The ball looks good. It's going Brooklyn, and he carries on to Brooklyn. Russ Dingelman. Beautiful Brooklyn strike. Now Russ is attempting on alley 1. Russ has got a double. He's square at the line, ready to shoot. Ball's out, in, and he's there again. That's a turkey for Russ. Russ Dingelman just pounds Swaitoi on alley 2. Score at the line. Puts the ball down right over second arrow. Ball's in. That looks good, and he carries a beautiful strike. Remember that Russ Dingelman is on the turkey. Mike Swaitoi on alley 1. Up at the line. Good release. Ball trailing a little light pocket. And he leaves a solid 8-pin. Solid 8-pin. Spin conversion should be about a 95%. Tournament leader's warming up on alley 5. Mike Swaitoi gets it out, and it's a perfect cover. On alley 5 is the tournament leader, Big Doug Miller. Now we're back on alley 2 with Russ Dingelman throwing a 3-bagger. He's square at the line. This could be a big ball. This could be the game ball right here. Ball looks good going down, coming into the pocket. He's there. That's a 4-bagger for Russ Dingelman. Beautiful ball. This is about all she wrote right here. Any kind of a mark will set him up for the 10th. And he's there again, and he leaves the 4-8. The 4-8. The 4-8 is about a 75% spare. Can be chopped either way. Russ will play this from right to left. Ball's down and in, and he's got it. And that completes his string of 4 in a row. Mike Swaitoi actually would have to go out and still he wouldn't win. Last ball's an 8. He left a 6-10. This here is about a 80% shot. You should be able to pick this up 8 out of 10 times. Of course, if you're Doug Miller, you pick it up all the time. Mike's shooting for the 6-10, and he's good covered. Good shot. Ball is down, and it's a solid 4-pin. 4-pin is about a 95% shot. And again, for Doug Miller, it's 100%, because he's good. Doug is good. Ball is down, plays it right up, and the shot is made. Mike Swaitoli with a strike here would end up in a 182 game. Mike plays it down. Ball's coming in a little light, and he leaves the 1-2-4. And Mike Swaitoli shot. 179. Russ Dingelman. He's at a 250 clip. First ball in the 10th. Ball is down, and he leaves at 239. 239. It's, oh, just pulled it left, right. And a good game of 228. Good shooting to the first round winner, Russ Dingelman.
Oh, yeah, down there. There you go.
Second round competition, friends. Tom Smith on alley 1 and a strike in the first. Tom Smith is facing Game 1 winner, Russ Dingelman, who shot 228. Both bowlers shoot big games. The right-hander, Russ Dingelman on alley 2. He's there. Leaves himself to 3-6-10. It's about a 70% spare shot. Russ Dingelman is very accurate on spares. Very accurate bowler. We'll play this to hook to the baby split, the 310. He plays it outside, and he carries off the wall. Good shot by Russ Dingelman. We are even at 1. Russ Dingelman now will be shooting an alley 1. Russ on a spare in the first. Russ is a right-hander and throws a full roller. Ball looks good. It's light pocket, and he carries out the 5. Strike for Russ in the second. Tom Smith up in the second. He will be bowling on alley 2. Tom, one of the highest average bowlers in the house. Left-hander. Throws a 3/4 roller direct to the pocket. Tom's up at the approach. Ball is out, set well. Ball is coming in, and he carries the double. A double for Tom Smith. Tom is probably one of the most sure left-handed bowlers that I've seen on this tour here. Well, he's the only left-handed bowler, but he's still a sure bowler. He's up at the line, the ball is down, and he leaves the 5-8-9. The 5-8-9 probably is about a 70 to 75% spare shot. You've got to play this ball. to take the 5 and the 8. Solid and touch the 9, and the ball looks good. No, he blew it. He took the 5. That's called a pick. That happens when there's too much angle coming in to the 5-8 ball, 5-9 ball. Russ Dingelman for a chance for the lead again. He's on a strike. We're going in to the bottom of the 3rd frame. On alley 5, the pins you hear falling are the House Pro. Probably the best bowler I've ever seen in my life, Doug Miller, who will be coming up shortly. Russ on alley 2. He's there, and he leaves the 3-6. The 3-6. Very, very, very hard spare to shoot at. This can be picked both ways. What you have to do is you have to get the ball on the alley, and you've got to make sure you cover either the ball with both the pins or just touch the 3-pin. He's got it out, and it looks good. It looks good if it stays, and he does have the spare, a good shot, and that gives him the lead. Russ now bowling on alley 1. Leads by approximately 7 sticks. Russ Dingelman. The approach is good. Back swing, arm swing, and the ball is there. Russ Dingelman strikes in the 4th. Good ball by Russ Dingelman. We have Tom Schmidt coming up on alley 2. He must start to mark. He must start to mark. And he has got a good shot there. And once again, he leaves the 6. Another spare shot that can be missed very easily by making a mistake in the arm swing. This ball is down set right, and he chopped it. It's 2 opens for Tom. Russ Dingelman at a strike, he could be up 24 pins. These are what I was telling you before about the 2-pin spares that can be missed unless the ball and arm swing is in perfect coordination. Tom Smith on alley 1. Again, oh, he got break. He got a break. It's a 6-pin. Should be able to cover it with no trouble. Doug Miller still pounding at 5 and 6. Tom Smith is out with the ball, and it's a perfect cover. Perfect recovery. Good ball, Tom Smith. Russ Dingelman coming into the 5th frame with a strike up. This strike up for Russ Dingelman, but start forcing Tom to throw strikes now. He'd need as many as he could get to put a little pressure on Russ. Russ is a hard person to put pressure on because he's a very, very consistent bowler. The ball is down, it looks good. A little high, a little high. He's got a sleeper pin there. He's got a sleeper. He's got to watch this ball. He's got to make sure he gets the ball out right, and that the ball takes the 2 top pins. And it looks like a good recovery. And he did. Beautiful recovery. If you have to pick it up, that's exactly the way it has to be done. Okay. At the end of 5 frames, we have Tom Smith, 62 in the 5th, and a spare up. Russ Dingelman, 84. Russ Dingelman to the line. A very good ball for Russ Dingelman there. And he carries a beautiful pocket hit. The 6-pin certainly did its job and took the 10-pin right out of commission. Tom Smith shooting on alley 2 to 6th frame. The release is good. He's into the pack. He's a little high, and he carries the Brooklyn strike. Tom Smith, and Ellie won. And a double for Tom Smith. That puts him back in the game. Russ will try to maintain complete control of this ball, which is very important. The ball's coming a bit high, and he leaves the 6-7, the 6-7. 6-7 rail is not an impossible shot. But to make it, you must throw the ball. Touch the 6 pin to the right, and it must go over and pick up the 7. You'd have to throw the ball in a 10-pin spot. Russ Dingelman will play this for a 10-pin shot. And he picks up the 6 pin, leaving with it. Russ Dingelman to the line. Ball is set fine. It's coming to the pocket, and he leaves a solid 10-pin. It's a ball with Russ, a very good 10-pin shooter. And he covers it beautifully. Perfect 10-pin shot by Russ Dingelman. Tom Smith was born on alley 2. There's a very important ball to keep his string alive and to get back into this contest. There's a big ball for Tom, and he knows it. Ball's out beautiful, and it's coming in a little high, and it's a pocket. Hit the pocket just perfect there. That's 3 in a row for Tom Smith, which puts him back in the game again. With the strike, Tom Smith would be close to even or a little ahead of Russ Dingelman. Ball is down, and again he leaves that same spare that he chopped before, and it swings pins from his left to right. Very, very tough spare, and it is picked up by only 5 pins at this point. With a strike, he'll be ahead only 5 pins. Big ball for Russ Dingelman, and the ball looks excellent. He carries a beautiful pocket hit, and there's only, well, the advantage goes to the championship for Russ Dingelman. Most important ball of the match for Russ right here. He gets into the pocket, and it forced Tom to strike on his first ball in the 10th. He carries a beautiful pocket hit. This next ball would cause Tom would have to double in the 10th frame if Russell throws a second strike. There's one in the 11th. That's the big ball of the match. The shot looks good. It's coming direct to the pocket. He carries out. That's the match. That's the match for Russ Dingelman. The best Tom Smith can do is 207. And he's a beautiful break, and that's the game. 9 count gives our next round opponent will be faced by Russ Dingelman. Russ with a beautiful. Russ with a beautiful game of 211. Tom Smith shooting it out here. Smith shooting the game out. With the spare, Tom will finish up with 198. With the spare and a strike, he'll finish up with a fine 198 game. Very competitive shooting by Tom Smith. Very competitive. Tom Smith, like I said at the beginning, one of an excellent left-handed bowlers in the house. Very, very little mistakes on the lanes for Tom Smith. Tom down. Good ball. An excellent game for Tom Smith. 198. Very competitive game. Congratulations to Tom Smith. We do have a winner, as you can see. Russ Dingelman over Tom Smith. Joe Ricker, who's walking down the paddock here with a drink in his hand. That's great. The tip of the week, as we're looking at alley 6, is the house pro, Doug Schmidt. Doug likes to bowl in short pants. When you have a big whammy, you want as much room as you can get. coming down the paddock is Joe Richter. And he's got his hunting magazines and his baseball magazines in his hand. He's our next opponent for Russ Engelman. This should be a real good match coming up. Now Joe's going to take a couple of practice balls. Joe Richter, an excellent shooter. Bowling fans, we're on round 3. We're facing the third round match. Russ Engelman, Joe Richter. Joe has a very, very controlled ball. He must bowl good to beat Russ. Russ is on a roll. Russ's first ball in alley 1. Russ strikes on alley 1. Russ from Hoffman Estates, Buffalo Grove, is really in a roll today. And now on alley 2, Joey, right-hander, throws a good ball, very controlled ball. He got it out, it's crossing, no, it stays, and he leaves the 4-7, the 4-7. 4-7 for a right-hander. Comes at least a nice, it should be covered just about every time that you shoot at it. Joe got it out a little far, and the ball hung left, and he picked the 7. Joe Richter. Ball is out, and it is setting well. And once again, he leaves the 4-8. 4-8 for a right-hander. Should be about a 90% spare shot. You shouldn't be able to miss the 4-8. Throwing the ball over first arrow. The ball must take both pins. Joe got it out, and the ball's hooking away. And Joe, the second frame, is shooting his second ball now with a strikeout. And Russ leaves the spare. The 6-7-10. 6-7-10. At this point, it would pay Russ to pick up the 6-10. And he'll pick up an extra pin. He must get the 6-10. This is a very, very hard spare shot. Again, you have to touch the 6 to slide to the 7. Russ will cover 2. Russ covers Joey's 11 pins. And his 1 open. Constituted a tie in the second. And we have Russ Engelman bowling alley 1 in the 3rd frame. Russ must contain the ball. He must spare. He must strike. Joey at any time can get hot. And no mistake there. Ball is down, it's set, and he does pick up the spare. A beautiful shot by Russ Engelman. And he carries on the left side a Brooklyn strike. A very low percentage strike shot, but he carried anyway. Joe is howling over to the Doug Miller House Pro, practicing for the big match coming up. Okay, at the end of 3 frames, we are pretty close to even with Joe with a strike up in the 3rd. The ball is out, and it looks good to the Brooklyn again, and he does. He doubles to the Brooklyn again. Very, very low. Russ at the line. Beautiful shot by Russ Engelman. Looks good, and he carries a perfect pocket hit. Perfect hit for Russ Engelman in the 4th. Russ with this strike will be back in the match. His ball is set and directed to the pocket a little high, and he leaves the 6-9-10 with a 4-pin clean. And that is a very, very low percentage spare. Russ at this point on the strike should go for the 3. And he does. Let it out, and he will have the 3.
All right, come on, Russ, shake it off.
String bowler. Joe Richter, one of the house 300 bowlers. And he threw a very good ball there, and he is a solid. They call it a fast 8, the 4-7. The fast 8. Joe's hollering at his opponent that he threw the best ball of the match, and the opponent just agrees. Why argue with Joe? Last time, Joe blew his frame. This time, he got it out. And this time, it's a beautiful cover by Joe Richter. Beautiful cover. And that puts Joe in the lead. That puts Joe in the lead here. With the strike. That forces Doug. It forces Russ to throw strikes now. Forces Russ to throw strikes. Joey got it out. That ball looks good. That ball looks good. Oh, he left a 6-7, a 6-7. Oh, wow. Like I said before, the 6-7 can be picked up if you touch the 6 pin and it swings to the 7, or you hit it hard and it comes off the boards. It can be picked up. And Joe Richter is going at it perfectly. This ball looks like he's got, oh, and it just tailed at the end. He almost hit that spare. Now he leaves the door open for Russ. A strike here puts Russ back in the game again. Russ has to start striking. He has to start striking. With 6 frames left. He must throw strikes. Russ is a beautiful ball out. He comes Brooklyn and leaves the 5-9. A 5-9. The spare must be shot with a perfect pocket ball. It can be chopped forward and it can be chopped in the back. So you must throw a perfect pocket ball for this spare. It can be missed either way. Russ will be up at the line shooting the 5-9, and he gets it out, and it is covered. It is covered to the left by Russ Engelman. Now, at the end of 6 frames, we're almost even. We're just a short 4 or 5 pin lead by Joe. Russ now can put on some heat with this strike. Will force Joe to strike right with him to pick up the lead. This is a big ball right here. This ball is set, and it's in the pocket, and it's a strike. It's a strike. Russ is right back in the contest, being 4 in a row in the last matches, so he is capable of throwing a lot of strikes in a row. Joe Richter throwing out, and he's there, and he leaves the 9-10. The 9-10. 9-10 is a very, very hard spare to get. What you must do with the 9-10 is you must try to shoot the 10-pin light so that the ball takes both pins. The ball must be in between to take both pins. Now the ball is set right, and it looks good, and he does pick up the spare. A beautiful shot by Joe Richter, and that, the 8 frame. Oh, Jesus. And he gets an 8 count. He got lucky that time, because it could have had a real disaster. That comes up light, you pick the 3 and leave the 1 standing. He must spare. And he does cover this perfectly, exactly the way it's supposed to be done. Good ball. Okay, bowling fans, we're here in Russ Engelman's 8th frame. He's got a strike out. This would give him the lead. This strike would give him the lead. A spare would put that close to even again. The spare would only get him close to about 4 pins. Russ Engelman, oh, he pulled it a hair. It's going over, but he trips the 4. He tripped the 4 pin for the double. A trip 4 pin. What a beautiful ball. That caused the trip 4 pin, causes the ball hard coming in, and
the tournament that we were in.
It just barely comes back to trip the 8 pin, just to trip the 4 pin. It's a high hit that carries. Very good strike, and Russ in his 9th frame. This could put the game away, I'm telling you. This is a big ball right here, and he and this causes Richter. This causes Richter. He needs a strike to stay in the match. The ball ball is down, and again he leaves a rail. The ball must go between, and a good he takes 9 all day, and Joe Richter with a 3-bagger with enough at a 176 game, 176. First ball is in the pocket. At this point, Russ Dingelman just has to keep the ball on the alley, and he will win round 3. He will win round 3, just keeping the ball in the lanes, staying away from trouble. And Joe Richter on his second ball, and he leaves a 10-pin. Joe Richter with the spare with enough at 166. 166. Once again, Russ Dingelman goes to the top of the totem pole, beating Joe Richter. And Joe Richter shoots his last ball. He's got the 10 pin. He's a 166. A good game. Any count here. Any count here gives Russ Dingelman the championship of this round. And he's there again. And he leaves a 7-pin, and that's really all that he needed. Russ Dingelman again wins this game. Russ going at a 195 clip.
Goodbye.
And he blew it. He blew it. Well, at the end of this round, we have Russ Dingelman defeating Joe Richter. Well, bowling fans, we're going into the last and final round of this championship series. We had in 5th place Mike Switoli, in 4th place Tom Smith, and in 3rd place Joe Rickard. Now we're going to shoot the last round of Doug Miller and Russ Dingelman. A little bit on the bowlers. Doug Smith, fine 210 average. Right-hander. Throws a direct ball to the pocket. A lot of turn and a lot of lift. Excellent spare shooter. Again, Russ Dingelman, an excellent bowler, able to string strikes, not beating any opponent that he's faced so far. Doug Miller and Russ Dingelman coming up shortly. Doug is just taking a couple of practice balls to warm up for this match. And this ought to be one of the best matches we've seen all day, folks. Both of these bowlers have excellent form and excellent vision of the game. And we're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Back once again. It's off, it's off. And Russ Dingelman shooting his first frame. A nice ball by Russ. And he answers with a strike. The 6-pin danced and took out the 10. And now at the end of one, we're even in this championship match. Folks, you're going to see quite a shootout here. Both of these. Okay, we're back here again. We had a little bit of technical difficulties here with the audio-visual crew here. Now we're in the second frame. The 5/8 shot for Russ Dingelman. And the shot is covered. Beautiful spare. Russ will miss very, very few spares. Russ throws it down and in ball. Very controlled arm swing. And now the tournament leader for 2 weeks, Doug Miller. The ball is down. And he carries the double. A double for Doug Miller. And alley 1 and 2 are they're fairly alike. They don't vary too much. You've got about a 3 or 4 board variation in either lane, which makes it a good shot for this tournament. Doug Miller on his 3rd ball. And he leaves the 8 pin. A very high percentage shot. This has got to be at least a 95 to 100% shot for a right-hander. All he's got to do is kick the ball on the alley and to turn at the point of the 5 pin, and he'll cover it completely. And he does just do that. Puts the ball right over the 5 pin spot, and he covers the 8, and he ends 3. We have Doug Miller with a double and a spare, and Russ Engelman with a strike spare up, and he's going into the 3rd frame. Russ on alley 2. The ball looks good going down. Yes, it was a perfect pocket hit. Perfect pocket hit for Russ. Russ now, with this strike, can take the lead. Take the lead with this strike. The ball is down, and it's a light pocket hit. He gets a break for pin swinging, but leaves the 5 pin. The 5 pin for a right-hander is at least 98.8% shot. A right-hander should not miss the 5 pin. Throw the strike ball, and you cover the 5 pin. And like I said, he threw the strike ball, rolled over the 1-3 pocket, and covered the 5 pin perfectly. So that gives Russ 69 in the 3rd with a spare up. Doug Miller shooting on alley 2. Ball was light. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. A spare shot made for a right-hander. He must cover the 3 pins angle. He cannot pass it or you'll chop it. And he does. He covers it right perfect. Okay, bowling fans. We've got a 2 pin lead by Doug Miller after 4. Doug Miller shooting the 5th frame. Again, he's short the pocket and leaves the same spare. He must make an adjustment. He must make an adjustment. He's short pocket. He's either too fast or he's getting the ball out too long. He must make an adjustment because you're booting with a spare, and he misses the spare. Just like I said, you must hit that spare direct. He must make an adjustment because if he pulls the ball too much, leaving that spare, he could leave a rail. Ross Dingham with a chance for the lead here. He left him open for the lead. That's a big spare for Doug. Russ is throwing down and in, and he carries. Russ Dingham carries the big strike, 84, and a strike up. Russ Dingham with this strike will force Doug Miller is a must ball. It has to be a must ball. Doug cannot wait too much longer if he gets this strike. And he's there. He's there. Russ Dingham with a double. Doug Miller must get going now. He cannot vary from his game. He must get going. Russell's approximately 27 pins up at this point. Doug Miller got this ball out much better, and this one carries. This one carries. He must strike. There's time running out for stay with Russ. The next strike that Russ gets, cannot afford any more mistakes, Doug Miller. And he does. He comes back with a double. Smart bowling by Doug Miller. He knew what he needed and he did it. That's the quality bowlers these men are here at Thunderbird Lanes. They know exactly what they have to do. And they do it. Okay, back to the game here. We've got Russ Dingelman shooting the 7th frame with a double in. Another good ball by Russell. And he leaves a 6-10, the 6-10. It's a high percentage shot for a right-handed bowler. Very high percentage shot. He'll shoot to pick the 10 pin up, and the ball will automatically take the 6 pin with it. Russ almost will pick this up every time that he shoots it, and he does. Here we go. With Russ shooting, and he carries out. Beautiful carry out of the 5-7. Doug Miller on a double. Going into the 8th frame. These are must balls for Doug. These are must balls for Doug to get back into the match. Doug Miller's been bowling long enough that he knows what he needs. That's excellent ball. And he gets out the 10 pin. That's a 3-bagger for Doug Miller. And we're almost even. We're almost even. Slight edge for Russ. But Miller's on a run here with a 3-bagger coming into his 9th frame. Like I told you before, the 9th frame is a very important frame. It's a set frame for the 10th. This 4-bagger here would put some pressure on Russ. Russ has to strike. Again, he comes light of the pocket. Light of the pocket. This is a very hard spare. It looks like they're just sitting there, but this must be thrown direct so that he picks up both pins, and he comes in on a very good angle, and again he hit it direct and he picked it up. So Russell with the strike in the 8th can pull ahead with this strike right here. He can pull ahead with this strike, a very important strike. If he spares, the match will go into the 10th frame even. And he does carry a very important ball. This is probably the most important ball that he's throwing right now. He must stay clean. If he strikes here, it forces Doug Miller to double. 12-pin lead. He must. If he strikes here, Doug Miller must double. If he doubles, the match is over. Doug Miller cannot catch him. Very important ball. Doug's been in this position today before. Russell can strike here. That's it. That's it. He put the heat on. That was the heat ball. This is it. This is match ball right here. This strike right here will give Russ Dingelman match. That first strike in the 10 causes Doug Miller to double. Doug Miller must double if Russell does not throw the strike. Again, he's down, and he is there, and it is a 4-pin. Okay, bowling fans. To spare, Russ Dingelman will have 231. 231. The best game we've seen shot here today. And at 231, all right, this is the story. The story is Russ Engelman has just won this championship. 220 is the best he can shoot. And that is it, bowling fans. We have a winner. We have a winner. Doug Miller can only shoot 209 with this ball, 209. Russ Engelman has won the tournament of Thunderbird here by defeating Doug Miller. And like I told you, you're going to see some good shooting at the beginning, and I didn't let you down. And Doug Miller shooting his last ball, and we'll end up with a beautiful. Beautiful game by Doug. We're spewing in here on Doug Miller, the second place finisher here today. He's crying his eyes out. And what can you say? Now here it is, the champion, the house champion, Russ Engelman. Excellent shooting. He got every strike when he needed it, and he picked up at least 80% to 90% of his spares, and that classifies a winner.